The file RouteConfig.cs is located inside the app_start folder. This route, that is defined in the application, is the default route. You can define routes in this file. By default route is home controller, index method. Here, first piece is the controller name. Second piece is the action name. And the third piece is an ID parameter. Here, you can add your own route entries. Now let's see one example. Create a new class called employee inside model folder, as follows. A model stores data that is retrieved according to the commands from the controller and displayed in the view. Here we have to remember these two things. 1. Every view will have its corresponding view model. As a best practice, model and view model should be independent to each other. 2. We should always create a view model. Every view should always have its own view model, even if view model is going to contain same properties as model. Let's assume we won't create a view model. In this situation, problem may arise in future requirement. For example, if we have to show some new data in our UI, or if we have to put some presentation logic, we may end with complete new UI creation from the scratch. So better if we keep a provision from the beginning and create view model. Now, make a new folder view models, and add new class file, employee viewModel.cs in it. After that, add some properties to employee viewModel class, using the following code. Controllers are essentially the central unit of your ASP.NET MVC application. It is the first recipient, which interacts with incoming HTTP request. So, the controller decides which model will be selected, and then it takes the data from the model and passes the same to the respective view after that view is rendered. Now let's see about how to create a controller. Step 1. Create test controller by right-clicking on Controllers folder in the Solution Explorer and select Add Controller. Step 2. Select the MVC5 controller, empty option, and click Add button. Step 3. Set the name to test controller, and click Add button. Now you will see a new C# file, testcontroller.cs in the controllers folder, which is open for editing in Visual Studio as well. Controller is the first recipient, which interacts with incoming HTTP request. Each public method in a controller is known as an action method, means you can invoke it from the web via some URL to perform an action. Step 4. Create new action method named getViewInit. Now add a new action method inside test controller as follows. Create employee object inside getView method as follows. Like this way, in getView action method, get the model data and convert it to view model object as follows. Now we understand views in ASP.NET MVC. Let us go add view part to the MVC application. To create view, right-click the previous action method getView, and select Add View. Put view name as getView. The purpose of a view is to render the data in the way we want it to presented at the end user. So job of the view is to format the data and present it at the end user. Write down this code into getView.cs HTML file, which is located inside Views test folder. Now press F5 and test the output. You will get the output as follows. Here employee's salary is greater than 20,000, so employee's salary color is shown in yellow, otherwise, it will be in green color. This condition, we have mentioned, in the test controller files, action method getView. In MVC, controller and view are loosely connected to each other. Controller is completely unaware about what's happening in view, and view is unaware about what's happening in controller. From controller, we can pass one or more view data or view bag values. Now when developer writes a view, he or she have to remember what is coming from the controller. If controller developer is different from view developer, then it becomes even more difficult. Complete unawareness. It leads to many runtime issues and inefficiency in development. Solution to this problem is strongly typed views. In other words, we can say there are several ways to pass data from controller to a view in MVC application. When we pass data from controller to a view, using view data or view bag and dynamic type, we don't have these two advantages: 1, IntelliSense, and 2, compile time error checking. That is why we use strongly typed views. Thank you.